You are a yummy donut with strawberry pink icing on top. To see where we're going in crypto, we have to go back and observe where we came from. Bitconnect, one of the greatest Ponzi's of all time with all the memes. This is the famous Carlos Matos. Hey, hey, hey. That meme, friends. I mean, I'm just telling you right now, Bitconnect came in the technology adoption part of crypto, crossing the chasm. Okay? It came precisely during that point where the most amount of people were expected to come in crypto. You can look at the technology adoption curve. It was right here. Crossing the chasm was 2017, friends. Crossing the chasm, friends, was literally the peak. So yes, if you're joining me today, we came after the peak. 2017, we had the Renaissance period. We have Bizanacci making all the great memes, the Wojak memes, all of them, the HODL meme. Got fortified, forged, diamond hands. That's where it all happened, okay? We are now living in the aftermath of that, okay? Yes, we just had a conservative cycle. Pretty poopy, right? Now we're going to get a skeptic laggard cycle. It's true, all right? Uncle Peter Schiff, who is a confirmed friend of the channel and definitely watches the channel, replying in the comment section. It's just funny, Uncle Peter Schiff watching me going like, what's going on with you kids these days? And we'd tell him, Uncle Petey, come to the light, sir. Come to the light, okay? You see, we are not going to get trapped again because this is skeptics. But look, friends, everyone in Bitconnect really thought that something big was happening. Now, what was interesting was at the very end of it, everyone knew it was a Ponzi, and they were like, nah, let's keep playing. It kind of shows you the attitudes of all market participants. Do you see similarities today? Yes. People say to themselves, they go, well, just a meme coin. Yeah, I know it's nothing, but we'll see what happens. Humans, man, we love to speculate. Never forget these lessons. Once upon a time, right, we had a Ponzi called Bitconnect, but look how much it did, friends. Bitconnect went up 1,970x first. See? Look at that, 1,970x. And then Ponzi. Isn't that crazy, man? And what were they doing, man? They were giving 1% yield per day. And then they said generic, it came from arbitrage trading and profit. So please, 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 there will be Ponzi scams, arbitrage scams as well in the bull market, friends. They always say the same thing. They take your money and then you say, okay, how do you guys make yield? And they'll say, well, we do like there's arbitrage and there's trading and we do a mixing and a matching. Whenever there's anything like that, it's game over. You got to know where the yield come from because you are the yield. They can't explain to you in a sentence where it comes from. You're the yield, okay? And arbitrage and trading profits, not good enough. In Aave, for example, the yield comes from the demand of people who want to borrow a token. They are happy to pay that amount, and the people supplying it get paid that amount. And actually, Aave will sit in between and get the spread. So, for example, if you want to borrow stable coins from Aave at 4%, sweet. The people supplying it are going to get that. But there's a big widespread because there'll be an oversupply based off how the formula works. But that's a natural, healthy, organic market. And of course, no one's going to give you 4% per year. That's why these schemes, they always ratchet up the rates. But also, friends, we've got to speak about, obviously, the discrepancy because Hex, for example, was pumping out 40% APY all over the marketing. And the marketing was so strong that even today, people say, oh, yeah, it was a Ponzi, it was a scam. But it's paying out on its own token. Okay, so completely different, okay? You can pay out yourself in anything, right? But of course, the problem is always the purchasing power. You know, even though we disrespect the US dollar, getting crushed purchasing power over a long period of time ain't cool. I mean, in crypto, friends, 1 year in crypto, that's a long time. So if you're still down minus 90% after 2 years, people start asking questions, okay? But I mean, look, even in Bitconnect, they didn't even got to see 2 years. They just got a 1,970x pump. And of course, they always say the same thing. They give 1% yield per day. Don't forget, there are also schemes and scams and Ponzi's and pyramids. It's the same thing, friends. Greater fool theory every time. They'll do the safe moon forking stuff where they go, well, we'll put a 10% buy-in tax. You put it in, your money, gets routed to liquidity, and it pays off existing holders for the yield. And of course, that's what happens. Don't ever forget Bitconnect. It was the original. Carlos Matos, friends. I think what was most fascinating with Bitconnect was when I tell people, you know that thing went up nearly 2000x before it went down, right? And people get shocked, right? They're shocked. Yes, Ponzi's pumped the hardest. It's because people, there's no fair value anymore. Everyone goes, well, it's kind of a scam. So, I mean, how high can it go? Infinite? Okay, that's just, it's the mind of the market. It's wonderful. Now, talking about scams, look, if you're part of the XRP army, God bless you. I'm just telling you right now, XRP/BTC ratio is down 70% after 10 years. Cripple have been dumping the whole time. It's an interesting experiment to think about because with the hex staking system, there are sharks who dump and maybe leave. But in Ripple, they've been doing it for 10 years and they still can't beat Bitcoin. When we found out these confirmed numbers from Cripple themselves in their reports, this broke my heart, friends. So in 2021, the bull market, Cripple dumped $1.5 billion on innocent XRP investors. Can you believe that number? 1.5 billion. Okay, it's, you know what you can do? You can actually look at XRP chart, friends. You can have a look at XRP chart and you can see the damage that they did in that previous bull. I mean, it is freaking enormous. Now, that's a monthly chart. Let's put a weekly chart. So this is them. Okay, they'll dump in the whole time. So this whole year, 2021, isn't that crazy, man? This is sad, okay? Because in 2021, it wasn't always up here. So Ripple's just dumping the whole way, and they were able to just dump 1.5 billion. Now, I went and I checked the liquidity estimates for XRP, and if you just equate its market cap, you probably want to know this. Roughly, how high would it have gone if they weren't dumping? Now, here's the thing, friends. You can never truly know. Why? Because, sure, Ripple's dumping, but it is possible if retail buys it up to a certain point, other people in the system dump. And we never get to the full potential of where we think the price is going to go. But if we're looking at estimates, what I calculated, it's roughly, okay, so XRP stopped at about $1.97 here, okay? If they didn't dump, it would have been about another double. Would have been about 100% bang up here, okay, up here. Now, what's interesting, friends, you see this chart pattern here? See, this is the top, go back, squeeze the high and come back. I want to show you, and I don't want to say this too loud, but because my neighbor, friends, my neighbor is a big, big, big fan of Litecoin, okay? Now, Litecoin actually did this chart pattern. If you type in LTC USD, look at this, friends. Isn't this fascinating, right? Isn't it crazy how I find this stuff for you? That's why I love and appreciate you. Make sure you like, subscribe, press the belly button and or share with your friends and family. It is a confirmed family-friendly show. We drink all our orange juice with the pulp here. Look at this chart. That was exactly the chart I just drew for you. XRP, remember the 2017 pump? Come back down, go up, touch the high, whatever. So XRP would have had Litecoin's chart if they weren't dumping. You know, it's not even that great either. I mean, have a look at it. It's not like super impressive, is it? Right, really? You go and pop the high. Do you have much to show for yourself? Not much, but what are you going to do at this point? Because the issue is the market cap, the valuation, the money required was enormous. You see, XRP's product market fit, they're not catering to real DeFi. They're not catering to DeFi at all. There is no DeFi with XRP. And just to remind you, friends, Cripple confirmed themselves, okay, none of these jokey meme stuff. They confirmed themselves their technology sucks and they are forking Uniswap. Okay, they are taking the Uniswap AMM, automatic market maker model, which is just Uniswap V2, and they're going to do their own tweaks. Fascinating, right? After 10 years. So I want to ask you something. If you are in the XRP army, why aren't you asking Ripple, hey, numbnuts, if all you did was fork Uniswap V2, What the hell were you doing in 2021? You dumped 1.5 billion on us. Huge amounts. You capped our bull run. What were you doing? The sad part is, friends, there have been like these TikTok videos. I've seen them. I'm not on TikTok at all, but we've seen them passed around. And one of the interviewed guys was one of the CTOs, I think some dude who works at Cripple headquarters. And he basically, it was just like, he was just saying like, oh yeah, you just got to be persistent and just keep going for it, right? It's supposed to be some this little motivational thing. And he rocks up in like a sports car. And yeah, the description under it, well, like this is like a Cripple CTO or one of the developers there, a guy who works there. And I'm just thinking, man, this dude, he's made millions. And it's not just the big guy on top, friends. It's the whole Cripple office. It breaks my heart. They've made millions by dumping on the XRP investors. What do they have to show for it? Nothing. They literally have nothing. So talk about this, right? That's why, look, you can't get 100% facts, but Richard Hart, some say he's a duck. He went in a debate with Eric Wall, D-Eric. They went on stage. Richard said, because, you know, theoretically, someone could have sold the top in crypto, like Bitcoin, sold the top of Bitcoin, okay, you know, or Ethereum, the same thing, and then bought back his own coin, and it's like a stock buyback, okay? You know who does this? Apple. You know who does this? Everyone. Everyone in stonks does this, friends, with healthy profits. They buy back their own stock because they demonstrate to the investors, they go, hey, this thing is valuable. It's so valuable, we want to buy it back off you. Here, we're not going to dump. We literally buy it back. Take all this money, give us the coins. Give us the stocks. That's what happens, okay? So that's what the rumor going around here with Richard Hart is now. It's not 100% guaranteed, but he said it. You know what's interesting, friends? When I made my video, I really encourage you to watch it, about what really happened with Hex and Richard Hart. There are a lot of people, they don't know that part. They think we're just making it up. No. Richard literally said that on stage, okay? He said that on stage. And I think it's like his cue to everyone. He's like, hey, stop thinking I'm dumping. I'm not the person dumping on you, okay? I was the one who brought you up to 10,000x or helped you. But we don't never know the true extent, okay? So after people learn this, I wonder how they're going to think, because they're going to probably watch my video again and go, wait a minute. Oh, there's not actually that much speculation-y. Sure, there is a bit, but not all of it, okay? So think about it. That's why I want you to think, man. If he sold a third of that 90,000 ETH, it's an injection of 50 million. But look what Ripple did, man. In that same period of 2021, Ripple dumps 1.5 billion. All right. So it's just crazy when you think about it. We don't have any 100% proof. Look, at the end of the day, all of crypto requires faith. All of investing requires faith, because you're dealing with the unknown. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.